welcome back to 12 Acres and welcome to this week's highlights video. Well, Tim is making improvements every single day. It is just phenomenal how fast he's recovering, although he's still got a long ways to go. But every single day we can see improvements in his breathing and coughing and just general well-being. Now, the yard at the house has been basically neglected the last couple of weeks, and we've had so much rain lately, so it is really looking like a jungle right now.
So today is Saturday. It has been 5 full days since his surgery, and he is being discharged today. I cannot believe it, but he has made tremendous bounds in his recovery. Still a long way to go, obviously, but everything's looking good, and they're planning on discharging him today. So I have been running around with my head cut off, trying to get everything ready, last minute stuff. I've got the support bars installed in the bathroom by the shower and the toilet for him, a non-slip mat in the bathtub. I got him a little food tray that he can move around, or I can move around for him wherever he's sitting or whatever. And right now I'm running back to town to pick up all of his prescriptions. They're all ready, and so I'm trying to get all that done to make sure that he's got everything he needs before he comes home. So once I'm done getting those, I will probably just head over to the hospital and wait for him to be discharged, because sometimes it takes a while. So I don't really know what time they're planning on beginning the discharge process. I know they did go ahead and do another chest x-ray this morning. I'm assuming just to double check to make sure everything still looks good before they let him go. So I haven't heard back from him on that, but I'm assuming it's all good. So anyway, exciting day. Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I am super excited to have him come home, but I also know that it's going to be very stressful, and I'm going to be very nervous, and I am scared because I'm terrified that something is going to go wrong and I'm not going to know what to look for, or that I'm going to miss a symptom of something. I'm nervous, but I have to just trust that the doctors know what they're doing in discharging him, and as long as we maintain all of the checks, his blood pressure, temperature, his pulse, and he takes his medicine and doesn't overexert himself, I think he'll be fine.
Ready to go home.
It's video. Yay!
He was thoroughly exhausted from the activity of riding home in the vehicle and just moving around, and that was quite an ordeal. But now that he's at home, we just focused on making him as comfortable as he could be, which was difficult, especially at night. He still had a lot of pain at night, trying to just find the right position to lay in. He does his walking outside for 10-minute intervals each time, and his wounds are definitely starting to look like they are beginning to heal. So I don't know how long those will actually take before they are completely healed up, but keeping them clean and watching them every day. We brought in a twin bed into this room, so he's got multiple choices as far as where he wants to sit or lay. So far the bed has not been comfortable for him though, so he usually will sit on the recliner or lay on the recliner or on the couch, mostly at night. And on rainy days, he uses the treadmill in the house. Did I mention we've had a lot of rain lately?
what you call it. Oh, is that?
Oh crap, some of those are huge. Some of those are big.
Whoa. Yeah, you snowing.
Hey, snow, this thing's gonna hurt you.
I'm going outside.
But even with his improvements every day, he has to be mindful of not overdoing it and using muscles or stretching his chest or doing things that could injure him. So it's we have to be careful of that. A couple days ago, I was able to come out here and do a little bit of planting with some of my seedlings. And then, of course, we had the hailstorm come through yesterday. So it looks like some of my marigolds have taken a beating. Cosmos look pretty bad. Like, yeah, pretty bad. Zinnias don't look as bad. But the onions, look how many broken over onion leaves there are. Kind of not too pretty looking anymore. Look at the little apple trees are doing so good. That one looks so good. They probably would have all been that big if Maggie the cow hadn't got in here and eaten a bunch of them down. Look how big that one is. And my Dara is very big and full and blooming. So pretty. And I've got a couple things in the perennial beds which are still so full of weeds. I did a little bit of trimming with the mower around here. But there's going to be a lot of flowers in here. You can see where there's a lot of, I think these are black-eyed Susans. The ones that look like this. Mixed in, of course, tons of weeds. But the hollyhocks, look at these. They're going to be blooming soon. So pretty. And I've got a little blanket flower here that's already blooming. So that's pretty. Yeah, that's about it. I did do some mowing out here in the chicken tractor area. The pig pen area I need to work on because I've got to let her out of her little area, and she's big enough now to where cattle panels will hold her in. So I'll probably get that ready to move her in there as soon as I can. And then another job that I want to work on, hopefully today, will be to do some reinforcing on this fence where Maggie the cow had basically thrown herself on it and destroyed it. So I've got some taller 6-foot posts I'm going to just add in here where it needs to be and kind of pull this wire back up because I've got to let the animals out into these paddocks. This grass is so long and beautiful out here, and I'm sure our neighbor will be coming to bale our hayfield before too long. So just lots and lots of projects that I need to work on. There's Xander and Zorro. And here comes Sham. Sheba's over here. There's Maggie. Hi, Goldie girl. Hi, pretty girl. She's been following me around all day, helping me with the fences. Yes, pretty girl. Goldie. And I just hope that I reinforce this fencing enough, and I hope that this will work out for them to stay out here all summer long. So I ended up putting a cattle panel. I stole a cattle panel from the hoop house right there. So I stole a cattle panel right there to add to this corner over here to just block off the area where the tree is down. And then I also had to add a couple pallets because it wasn't quite long enough to reach all the way across. And I know that that is going to be a very tempting spot for the goats because of those low tree branches. So hopefully that will keep them out. But I will have to keep an eye on them and just check them frequently. But I think they're going to love it being out there. Hopefully this will work for them to be out here all summer long.
and that they won't destroy the fence too terribly much. But I did have to add in a few tall posts. There's 2 here on this corner. Ooh, let me walk through this tall grass here. It is such a jungle out here. So I added 2 tall posts on this corner just to reinforce where it was really low. And then I went through and added more wires, tie wire on the very tops of these, just to try to hold up, because everything was just kind of pushed over. We really should have used 6-foot posts in here so that we would have extra, length on top to add barbed wire or electric or something like that. I don't know what I was thinking when I got those posts. They're way too short. And yes, that was my fault. And then I added a couple long posts here. This was the spot where Maggie had really, really destroyed it. And even the horses were just going over it, and it was awful. So that's all secure and tall now. Had to add another little post in this section over here by the red gate, because that spot was really low and I don't want them getting out into the hayfield. And then other than that, I got the pig pen ready. So tomorrow I'll be moving the pig out to her area, and I think that's about it. It was a good, busy day.